Streaming now, this is the Wood TV Live Desk.
And good afternoon, everyone. Phil Penarski here with the News 8 Live Desk. Hope you're all having a great day so far. One of the all-time great board games and one of the funniest movies from the 80s is getting a new retelling, and it's coming to Grand Rapids this weekend. Broadway Grand Rapids is putting on the show Clue over the next few days, and our very own Adriana Doria got the chance to see the show last night and also speak to some of the members of the cast, and she's here to talk all about what to expect if you do head on out to one of the shows this weekend. Adriana, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much, Phil. I'm so excited.
Of course. You know, this is going to be something that we're doing a whole lot more often as you continue going to see different shows all across Grand Rapids. A really exciting opportunity for you, I'm sure, because we talked about it when you first got here. You're a pretty big fan of Broadway, musicals, all of those things. Yeah,
I mean, it's the best gig ever to cover Broadway shows and to be able to kind of go see them, review them, and so I get it's the best of both worlds, right?
Absolutely. And you know, you can find out more on the behind the scenes aspect to the show and check out Adriana's story. It's up over on our website, woodtv.com right now. You got the chance to speak to some of the actors, some of the members of the show, like I mentioned. How did they really describe it? I mean, what was it like talking to them, knowing that they have to put on a show in a couple of hours? What really are they expecting to bring to Grand Rapids this weekend?
Yeah, so I talked to John Schartzer. He plays Mr. Green, and he described it as nostalgic. I mean, everyone knows the board game, everyone knows the movie, but now this is a retelling in a play form and on stage. So he was talking about how, you know, it brings some of the elements of the board game and the movie that everybody loved, but also some new elements to a stage play that maybe nobody knows. So he said a lot of times audience go in kind of thinking or with expectations, and it's always fun to see them either shocked or surprised or I knew that was going to happen, like those types of reactions. So I went in with a very unique perspective. I didn't know the movie, so I kind of was totally blind. This is also my first play that I'm seeing like professionally.
Right.
So I went in with no expectations, no nothing. I was trying to guess the whole time who it was. I was pleasantly surprised at the end, but it was, for my first play, it was awesome. I loved it. So,
yeah, definitely. we want to hear more about sort of what you thought of the show in just a little bit, Adriana. But you know, you mentioned not necessarily familiar with the movie or plays in general, and or but with the board game aspect, I think is really interesting because when people have seen the movie, it's how are they going to adapt the board game to this? Do you think it did kind of a good job, at least the principles of the board game, kind of bringing it to life and giving this story kind of a unique experience for people to, I guess, like you said, kind of guess who's the murderer, who did the murder throughout the entire show.
Yeah, no, it definitely, as someone who played the board game a lot, it definitely does it justice. Every room's in there, all the 6 weapons are in there, all the same characters. There's a few other characters in this that I think were in the movie, but again, wouldn't know. But yeah, they definitely did an awesome job kind of bringing that to life. It felt like I was playing the game while I was watching, so it was super, super cool.
Yeah, no, I think that's one of the more interesting aspects to this is because, you know, it's kind of like when you're watching a movie. You want to know the ending, you want to try and guess the ending, but seeing it all play out in real time is, it's combining all the best of both worlds, I think, there. All right, let's get into your review a little bit, Adriana. Be honest with us. I mean, what did you really think of the show? Seeing it in person, getting to know a little bit about the show before actually seeing it all come together. I mean, how would you review it, I guess?
Yeah, I absolutely loved it, and that is not a lie at all. I thought it was action-packed. It was hilarious. It kept you on the edge of your seat the whole time. It did not feel like 90 minutes. It's 90 minutes, no intermission. I've seen a few shows without intermissions, but this one was really like never was looking down at my watch. Like it was into it all the time. 90 minutes of this fast-paced action, a lot of like floor stuff and comedy and crazy high energy. So I really, really enjoyed it, especially for my first play, and definitely gonna go maybe see some more plays in the future. So that'd be really cool. But yeah, no, absolutely loved it.
And for people that are also maybe curious about seeing it, maybe they're fans of the movie, fans of the board game, or really just looking for something fun to do this weekend, I mean, who would you recommend this show to? Say if they like such and such, they're going to love this play. Or if they're fans of this, they should really think about heading on out this weekend.
Yeah, definitely. If you are a fan of comedies, I definitely would recommend it. If you're a fan of murder mysteries, if you're a fan of the game or the movie, apparently it does the movie very much justice.
Okay, good,
I need to go watch the movie now so I can see how it compares. But if you love the game, if you love theater, if you love plays, if you love comedies, it's definitely a must-see. And you only got a couple more days to see it, so definitely would recommend.
Definitely. It's happening at DeVos Performance Hall. We've got links for you to grab your tickets right now over on our website, woodtv.com. And you could also check out Adriana's story on the entire play. You can find all of that right now over on our website, woodtv.com. Adriana, thank you so much for stopping by, and we will see you next time.
Awesome. Thanks, Phil.
Of course. I want to thank everybody else for tuning into this latest edition of the News 8 Live Desk. I'm Phil Pinarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.